Jones. I just wanted to let you guys know that I am now living in Payson, so if you see one of my new videos, it'll be in Payson instead of in Chandler. Thank you for watching today, and I'll be back on with my next encouraging words video series video. This new background backdrop here, you see a lot of how to do recording of this beautiful piece. See you guys later. From Payson. Hello, welcome to my video today. Now I want to do a little story time with you on this Memorial Day, just to test out the idea of using my channel for a series of videos whereby I tell you a story of my own invention. By the way, if you need some encouragement, please visit my other channel for that, and let me know in the comments if you like this kind of video. Have you ever been tasked with modernizing a classic tale? Or even wanted to just do it just to show that yes, one can manipulate the way the story was being told? Well, back in 2011, I took on the task of modernizing the classic tale of the Three Little Pigs for an English class that I was in during the fall of that year. This is what I came up with. Three Little Pigs. There once was three little pigs that were on social media. The first pig set up a Facebook account and friend requested the other two. The second pig set up a Twitter account, accepted the first pig's friend request, and friend requested the third. The third little pig set up both a YouTube account and a Twitter account and accepted the first and second little pig's friend request. The Big Bad Wolf friend requested all three little pigs on Facebook, followed their tweets on Twitter, and subscribed to their YouTube channels. The first little pig ignored the Big Bad Wolf's friend request and changed its status to warn the other two. The second little pig ignored the wolf's friend request and tweeted the warning to the third. The third little pig ignored the wolf's friend request and posted a video on YouTube telling the other two that the Big Bad Wolf is a subscriber to their YouTube channels and follows them on Twitter, and so may have seen their posts. Then the Big Bad Wolf said in his video on YouTube that the third little pig was right. He had followed them on Twitter, saw the second pig's warning on the site when he logged in, and saw the third little pig's video telling the other two what had happened when he checked his YouTube account. He also said that they were crafty in their warnings to one another, and that he had to take a second look at the post to try to figure out what they were trying to say. But he figured out that they were warning the other two when they... Then the Bad Wolf said they had one simple question to ask, and it was this: why will you not let me in? The three little pigs saw the video on YouTube and talked about the video on the phone, and the third little pig posted this reply: we are not surprised that you followed us on Twitter or subscribed to our YouTube channel or even friend requested us on Facebook. But we are surprised that you would post a video on YouTube admitting to it. Now, to answer your question, we do not let you in because we are afraid that you would eat us. We also have a question for you. Why do you keep bothering us? Can you leave us alone? To this, the big bad wolf gave a nasty retort, stating that he was not admitting to anything of what the third little pig was saying in his first video to the other two about what happened. He also stated that he would not eat them, just pretend to. He then said that he wanted to be friends with them, and that the way he saw things was to bother the person that you want to be friends with. He then said, "Now do you trust me?" The three little pigs talked this over the phone, and the third replied, "No, we do not trust you at all. In fact, we are downright scared of you, Big Bad Wolf." The third then told the Big Bad Wolf that they had called the police on him and charged him with harassment of farm animals. The third little pig then accused the Big Bad Wolf of several other occasions when he called them on the phone or texted them. The Big Bad Wolf retorted back that he never texted or called them at all, and that this was the first time he'd come across them on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. He then told them that they better not call the police and accuse him of harassment. He then said that he did not understand and would make things right once they were friends. The third little pig said that he was speaking for all three when he said that they were not surprised about the whole social media thing. And when he said that they were ready to call the police on him and charge him with harassment of farm animals. The third little pig said that it was too late and that the three little pigs, had already called the police on him and to expect them, the police, to show up any minute now. The wolf, not knowing what to do, froze and was immediately handcuffed and brought into headquarters for questioning by the police. He refused to cooperate with the police and would not talk, but instead lawyered up and refused to answer any questions. The police took the wolf's computer and found that he had sent friend requests to the three little pigs on Facebook, followed them on Twitter, and subscribed to their channels on YouTube. The police also pulled the phone records and took the wolf's cell phone and found that he'd been calling and texting the three little pigs for the past year and a half, non-stop. They read him his rights and arrested him for the harassment of farm animals. They then called the three little pigs and told them that they had arrested the Big Bad Wolf for the crime. The three little pigs were overjoyed by the news that the Big Bad Wolf was in fact arrested and accused with the crime that they felt he had committed against them. Police then told them that they would have to appear in animal court to act as witnesses against the Big Bad Wolf. They enthusiastically agreed to do just that, not having a clue as to what could happen if they testify. The day of the trial, all three little pigs go to animal court to testify against the Big Bad Wolf. telling the jury exactly how the wolf committed this crime. The jury took no time in deciding the case against the big bad wolf and came back with the verdict. The Speaker of the jury read the verdict aloud. The Speaker of the jury said, "We, the jury, find the defendant, the big bad wolf, guilty as charged." The three little pigs were excited with the verdict that was read and celebrated by friend requesting all the other farm animals and saying that the big bad wolf was found guilty of his crime. The judge then sentenced the big bad wolf to 5 years in jail, and he would have to register with the Protect the Farm Animals unit at the police station. The three little pigs lived happy ever after with their buddies on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Now, I chose the three little pigs because I knew the tale was already familiar enough that I could make my own version of this story. I also can come up with some rather interesting stories based off of characters that are either my own invention or already existing characters, as the story above shows. These two alternative motives influenced the process of how I created this tale. I also find it rather amusing sort of story for 3 reasons. I find this story to be rather amusing tale in that, for one thing, we have farm animals using social media platforms to communicate to each other. Secondly, we have a courtroom type of situation towards the end of the story that is rather skewed against the big bad wolf. Thirdly, the fact that not only is the story a modernization of a classic, it is also somewhat of a crime procedural type of narrative. The last thing I want to point out is the difference of how the story ends compared to the original folktale. In the folktale, all 3 little pigs end up in the same house after the other 2 pigs' houses were blown down by the big bad wolf. In the version I wrote, it ends with the big bad wolf winding up in jail for harassment of farm animals, and the 3 little pigs continue to use social media with a much bigger network. Thank you for watching today's video. If you are new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe and feel free to watch any of my other videos. If you liked my video, please let me know by hitting the like button. Also, feel free to hop on over to my second channel, Encouraging Words video series, where I try to give some encouragement by looking at Bible passages. I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now. Goodbye from Payson.